and welcome to my channel. My name is Loise. For those of you who don't know me, if it's your first time here, then warm welcome to you. And where have you been for the whole of 2022? And for my returning subscribers, my G's, my day ones, thank you for coming back and spending some time with your girl on the final video for 2022 to see what I've got in store for you today. Now, guys, I have got what is probably been one of the most requested videos for this month for you. And I thought it would be fitting to finish off the season with this video. And basically it's a Christmas Q&A. Yeah, it's just been something that's been asked for a while. And I thought, okay, let's just finish off the season with it. And that will be great. So let me get into it. As you can see, I've got my beautiful tree, and I wanted to remember the tree in my video, so I thought I would shimmy over a little bit and sit by my tree. But before we get into all of that, guys, don't forget to click and subscribe if you like these kind of videos. It's been filled with Christmas content, which I've thoroughly enjoyed. And as we roll into the new year, it's all about getting ready for the new year. So there'll be a bit of fashion, there'll be some hauls, there'll be some interior design and decor, and basically lifestyle. Yeah. And there might even be a new, healthy journey coming up because, yeah, I need to kind of up my game. So, guys, but let's without further ado, let's get into candle of the day. Now, I'm loving this beauty, and I love the fact that the vase is kind of like a winey, but like, yeah, a wine kind of Christmassy colour. I love it. And this candle, I literally only get this out at Christmas. There's certain candles I only get out at Christmas. One, because it's a Christmas scent. And two, because it's Christmas. Yeah, that's 2 reasons. And it just gets me in the mood. This one is beautiful. It's called Christmas Spice. Let me show you the lid. Have I got the lid here? Have I got the... Yeah, that's the lid. Because it says Christmas Spice. And this was, oh my God. Yeah, I've had this about 2 to 3 years. And this was from TU Sainsbury's quite a few years ago. And I think every year they bring out a different type of Christmas spice, a different jar. Last year, I think they brought out the all gold one. This year, I haven't looked for one, but I'm going to go look for one. I may pop out tomorrow morning and see if they've got a Christmas one, and maybe it might be on sale, but I really don't need any more candles, so I don't know. But anyway, it's just Christmas spice. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful when you burn it late at night if you're watching like a movie, your snacks and what have you. And I'm saving this for my snacks later on. So yeah, this is Christmas spice, beautiful candle, and it smells gorgeous. I love it sitting up there with all my little houses, and oh, I love it. So guys, highly requested video. We are going to get into it. Do you like my top? This says, I don't know what it says, guys, but I'm sure you can read it. Look. I can't read upside down, and I don't remember what it says. Because, guys, these clothes only come out once a year. So, yeah, I don't remember what it says. But anyway, here it is for you. Anyway, I got this was from either yours or Simply Be a couple of years ago, where they do, I think it was yours actually, where they do all these kind of like Christmassy tops with writing on it. And with gold, that's my street all over. Right, let's get into the questions. Now, guys, there were a lot of questions, and thank you all, everybody who took the time to write across YouTube, across my Instagram, who DM me. Thank you so much. Emailed. There's quite a few questions, and to the point where I thought I'd pick out the most popular ones, because some people asked the same, there were a lot of repeat questions. So you're all thinking on the similar pages, guys, but there was a lot of repeat questions, so I kind of merged them together and just asked I'm going to answer the most popular asked ones. And there were so many, I may even spill some over into the new year, because some weren't really Christmassy. They were just generally wanting to know bits and pieces. So let's get started. Right, so the first question says, and I get asked this all the time, this one says, how many children do you have? Where are you originally from? And are you going on holiday after Christmas to relax? Now, that was just that bullet, bullet, bullet. Question, question, question. So I thought I'd start off with that one. So how many children do I have? I have 2 daughters, 2 girls. I have 3 fur babies, and I think that's quite enough, don't you? Yeah. That's my family. And where am I originally from? I was born here in the UK, but my heritage is Jamaican through and through. Yeah, that is my heritage. You know, island in the sun, loving it. And am I going on holiday after Christmas to relax? Not really, not this year, because I'm planning for a big holiday, meeting up my family, like a family reunion, and yeah, I am looking forward to that. So that's kind of the big holiday that's coming up for everyone, because I have family all around the world, and it would be nice to see them, you know, for a grand meetup. But no, not going on holiday, but also as well, beginning of the year is very, very busy for me, because I have to start planning and kick-starting off my year in the correct way. So I tend to use Christmas as my holiday downtime. So normally I would shut down from, like, say, the 20th. But being YouTube is quite intense, I've gone over a few days just to accommodate YouTube, wind down my work, and wind down some of the work that I do other than my work. Yeah. So yeah. So the long question short. No, I'm not going on holiday. But my Christmas is my break, and I love it. And for as long as I can remember, I have never worked Christmas. I refuse. I refuse. I will work around, like, the teams that I've managed. I work around my team. They can take their holiday whenever they need to. But one thing I say, give me Christmas. That's just, I've always done it, and I will always do that. So yeah, that answers the questions. Right. Do you have a Christmas budget? I don't have a Christmas budget per se, but I don't go over a certain amount. So I try not to go over, maybe in terms of food, in terms of you know, additional decor and bits and pieces like that. I don't tend to go over a few hundred. I don't, because I don't need to. Um, it's a season that to me is bigger than just present giving. It's a season where you want to spend time with your family, where you want to, you know, make maybe distant connections that you haven't connected with for a while. It's about time of just, yeah. There's so much more to me than spending, but in terms of budget, I do try to watch what I am buying. I try to shop around for the best deals, and I like to get things as I go along, so there's not a huge expense at the end for me. So yeah, I tend to do little as I go along, so it doesn't really stretch me at one end of the month, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Next question. What is your favourite thing to do on Christmas Eve? Right, so my favourite thing on Christmas Eve, what me and my daughters have done for many, many years, we used to do what's called like a present drop. So we would drop presents off to our nieces and nephews and families and cousins and aunts, and we would literally do like a reindeer stop at each house. Spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Here's your present. Yeah, exchange present. Da, 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 da. How are you? Yeah, but move on. Quick. It was, but you know, when it got to be a lot. And also, sometimes it's easier now. You can just send a gift voucher, or you can just pick up the phone or do a WhatsApp message. But before technology became what it is now, we used to do what was called like the Christmas drop on Christmas Eve. And then also, I never, just fixing my bubble guy. Yeah. Do you like my hat, by the way? Santa Claus is coming to town. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, the other thing I used to like to do as well at Christmas, and we do with a bit of a tradition, I like to bake on Christmas Eve. I do, because Christmas Eve, one of our traditions that I like is we always have finger food, literally, which is what, like buffet style, lots of party food, things you can just nibble on for the rest of the evening with snacks and stuff like that. That always tends to be our Christmas Eve tradition that we have. And I'll do additional baking as well. This year I'm doing a little bit of, not so much, more cookies, I would say. Cookies I'm doing, and more savoury. Really want to try my hand at vol au vents this Christmas Eve. So yeah, I do love to bake. and do the Christmas drop and watch films and have a little bit of, yeah, get out all the old retro drinks like Baby Sham and all that. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. Next question. What's your favourite Christmas movie? Oh my days, guys, I have so many Christmas movies that I like. I mean, I do like to watch, I'd say Trading Places is one of my all-time favourites. There's a few Christmas films, All I Want for Christmas. Quite a few. I do love the African American Christmas films. Is it not The Brothers? Is it The Brothers? Waiting to Exhale. All those type of films I love. There is so many Christmas films that I love. Me and my daughters, I was saying, look, you know, Seven Brides for Seven Sisters. My daughter said, Mum, it's not a Christmas film. It's just got snow in it in the mountains. I think it's because they show it at Christmas. Yeah, I like all those sort of films. And I do like the Spartacus. If I don't watch Spartacus on Christmas, it doesn't feel like Christmas. Spartacus from my childhood. Guys, I watch the same film every year. I know I'm sad, but I love it. I love it. There's so many films out there, so many. I can't even name them, but I have Christmas Vacation, Chevy Chase. Guys, I love a belly laugh. I really, really do. So yeah, I have lots and lots of films that I really love, but yeah, and I do like musicals as well. I do like Christmas musicals. Yeah. So yeah, let's keep it moving. What else is the question here? What's your favourite part of Christmas Day? My favourite part of Christmas Day is when we actually all sit down to eat our Christmas meal. You know, when you put on your party hats, when you kind of say grace at the table, you join hands as family, togetherness, and just breaking bread with family. I love it. That's my favourite part of Christmas Day, and also the Christmas evening movies. But the only thing about Christmas evening movies, I get a little bit sad because I know the day is almost over. But yeah, I would say I love the entire lot of the day. But when it goes into the evening part, I get a little bit sad because I know it's almost over. Yeah. So yeah, that's my favourite part. Would you rather spend Christmas on the beach or Christmas on the French Alps in the snow? Guys, hello. When I saw this question, I laughed. I do not like the cold. Me and snow? No. I don't mind singing in the snow like you saw in my reel. If you want to go and catch my reel, you see me and my daughter singing in the snow. I'll sing in the snow for 5 minutes, guys. Literally 5 minutes. That's what we on countdown. Hello, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, time to go. I like to watch it in the movies. Don't put me in no French Alps. Don't put me in no cold. No. But also, guys, I don't think I could do Christmas in the sun either, because that would feel weird. But I must admit, my family and friends have said to me, Lois, you need to do Christmas in Jamaica. And apparently it's amazing. The biggest street celebrations going on from street to street to street. The markets. I've heard that it's absolutely. So I think one day I'm going to plan to do Christmas in Jamaica, because I think you need to experience something once before you can really dismiss it and say, no, I don't like it. But I've heard such amazing, I've watched videos of it. My family, I speak to them at Christmas, and it sounds like an amazing time. So I will one day probably do it in the sun. But I think if I had to choose where Christmas needs to be, it needs to be at home. Yeah, that's where Christmas is. Christmas to me is home. That's right. That's where I feel. That's where I belong. That's where I'm going to feel most comfortable. So what is next? What are some of your Christmas traditions? We have quite a few. Christmas traditions, being in our PJs in the morning, getting up, greeting each other, the girls come and jump in my bed kind of thing. Another Christmas tradition is that we go to church on Christmas Day as well, if it falls onto a Sunday. Another Christmas tradition is that we love to go around sort of like Christmas Eve, or the eve of Christmas Eve, and look at all the Christmas lights in our area. Sometimes we drive out a little bit further just to see the lights. the beautiful displays people put on at their properties. And also we love seeing charity houses where they put on a extra special large display, and we try to support one every year so that, you know, it goes to a good cause. But also the fact that someone's taken the time to decorate their entire house to give pleasure to other people and also to help for charity. I love it, love it, love it. Christmas traditions have to have cake. Christmas traditions have to visit this place we call, well, near, not too far from me, called Saver Centre. It's basically a huge, humongous, large Sainsbury's, where everything is under that roof, literally everything. And one of my traditions, I like to just wander around there on my own, sometimes with the girls, and just wander around and just look at stuff and the hustle and bustle of people and people in good moods. Yeah, I know I go on a bit, guys, but that's just what I like. Yeah, that's what I like. What else? What is your favourite part of your Christmas meal? So, my favourite part has to be, I think, duck roasted potatoes. Yes, your roasties. But it has to have stuffing. So sausage, sage and onion stuffing with gravy. I can't just pick out one bit, guys. It's got to be all together. I love it. I love it. Yeah. And I actually do like the parsnips with the gravy and the stuffing. I don't even know. Potatoes. I think potatoes would win. Yeah. Potatoes, roast. Yeah. Hands down. Roast potatoes with the sage and onion stuffing with sausage meat. Pigs in blankets. Oh my gosh. How can I... Pigs in blankets. Can't have Christmas without pigs in blankets. Guys, you can't. Can't. What else? What is your favourite sweet treat at Christmas? Well, I can actually show you what it is. I'll show you what it is. One of my Christmas traditions that we always have is Christmas cake. Now, with Christmas cake, we have the Caribbean Christmas cake, Jamaican Christmas cake, and this is where you soak your fruits. Literally, some people, they soak their fruits from like January of the year, and they soak the fruits right throughout the whole year. This is a tradition that we do, and I have to have the Christmas cake. Some people call it black cake, some people call it rum cake, some people call it wedding cake. It's a traditional Christmas cake, and it's what we always have. And I'll show you, because I've actually got some here. This is a little tray that I've got for later. I've got my snacks already, but I thought I'd have my snacks after I finish this video. So I thought, let me not tuck into it, and I'll just show you my plate. So if I can hold it for you, I don't know if you can see it all, but that's my little plate of snacks. And here is the traditional Jamaican cake, Christmas cake. Now, with the Christmas cake, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like my cake iced. This cake is sweet enough, full of rum, full of brandy, full of soaked fruits. But I like my fruits crushed. I don't like to chew fruits whole. I like them crushed. So my fruits are entirely crushed, so this cake is smooth. Bite into it, you taste the booze. Guys, eat this cake. Don't go out. Don't drive. This has been soaking for the longest time. Look at it, guys. Look at it. Christmas cake. No icing necessary. Yeah, I've got some other little things here. I've got me Ferrero. That's my daughter. She likes Ferrero. Then we've got some chocolate biscuits. We've got some wafers. More cakes. Guys, that's what I love. Yep. Let me just take a little sip because, yeah, bit thirsty. After all, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yep. Let's keep on. Guys, ain't nothing fancy in there. It's just pure chaser. Because I haven't added my tipple. There's pure chaser in. Nothing alcoholic is in there just yet. Right. Oh, next question. What's your favourite tipple? Well, this is what I'm going to add to my drink later on. So basically, in here is just plain straight lemonade. Hold on, guys. Yeah, it's plain straight lemonade in that glass. And my favourite chaser, what I like to put into lemonade, is Archer's and lemonade. So it basically is peach schnapps. But peach schnapps is my favourite. I add this to your lemonade as your chaser, and I love it. But the thing about it, I do love these kind of like cocktaily type of drinks, but they're lethal because you won't know that you've drinking it, so you've got to be very careful with it. Very sweet. Do love it. peach schnapps. That's one of my favourite tipples. My other staple that I always have, I only have it at Christmas really. And it's not a massive, I'm not really like a strong boozy drinker, but I do like the odd tipple of me Asti. Do like an Asti at Christmas. Love it. Love an Asti. And I also like to buy retro drinks like Baby Sham, the little tiny Baby Sham, or eggnog. Those are my little tipples over Christmas. Eggnog, I've had it, I think, from when I was a little girl growing up. It's like a yellow drink. I don't know if you guys know what eggnog is kind of. Yeah, I had it from when I was a little girl. And it's just, again, I like certain traditions. And I always buy it in remembrance of my parents because that's what they would buy. And I still carry it on. And maybe, hopefully one day, maybe my daughters will carry it on and they'll still buy it when, yeah, whatever. Yeah. So let's move on. Do you do any charitable work during the Christmas? Right. How do I answer this one? Okay. Yes and yes. Guys, I don't often talk about this, and I'll just quickly brush over it. Well, not brush over it, but I'll just quickly answer the question as best as I can. So I don't do charity work just at Christmas. I actually do charity work right throughout the year. That is partially why I don't do YouTube full time, because I don't have the time to do YouTube full time because I do charity work. I run my own business as well, and also I do YouTube. So it's a really busy, hectic time. But in terms of charity work, yes, I actually run a food bank. A food bank is something, obviously, I don't really talk about it a great deal because sometimes it's best when you do things kind of in private and just do it and help those who need the help rather than putting it on social media. This is what I'm doing. No, I started this food bank along with my church in 2013. This food bank, we became the fastest growing food bank in our borough. We then also became the biggest central food bank in our borough. It's a shame that we need the food bank, but it's a necessity. It's a requirement. It's a way to help others. So that is something that I do. I manage a large team of volunteers, all voluntary work, all volunteers. And without those amazing volunteers, there wouldn't be a food bank. That every week, people who need assistance, who are in that place where they just need a little bit of help. That is something that we're able to facilitate, and especially now, the time of giving, the time of loving one another. It's more of a blessing to see and know that you can help your fellow brother, your fellow man, that they might need something. So yeah, that's what I do, guys. I don't really talk about it on here because it doesn't need to be spoken about. Sometimes we just are in need, and I think why food bank for me is close to my heart, and I don't really talk about it. I'd rather see someone doing it than talking about it. Is because when I was started out, I needed that kind of assistance, but we never had food banks back in those days. We had family that helped, and if your family were your food bank. If you needed something, and your mum would help you out, or your sister or your brother, and that's where we are as a church. We are each other's brothers and sisters, and we should be helping one another, and not just at Christmas, but all the year round. If someone's in need, an elderly person, a senior, a relative, a person who hasn't got any family, become someone's family. God, I'm not preaching, but anyway. So yeah, that's basically what I do. So moving on. So guys, and also I know some of you have probably picked up on it before that I do that. One thing I would like to say, that obviously I wouldn't ask you to give into where I am. A lot of the locals donate a lot. We run strictly by donations, guys, all by donations. But if you pass a local food bank or you're in a supermarket and you see a collection box for a food bank, just drop a tin in. Anything, one tin, that's all. That one tin could stop somebody from going hungry. But anyway, don't mean to be Debbie Downer. Sorry if anyone names Debbie out there, but you know what I mean? I don't want to take it down a notch. But yeah, to answer your question, that's what I do. So let's move on to the final question, guys. It says, I instantly get a really warm, positive vibe from you. My question is, what does Christmas mean to you and how do you celebrate it? Christmas means to me, Christmas is all about what I would say the reason for the season. And often enough, we forget the reason for the season. For me, Christmas is a time when, baby Jesus was born. It's a very important time, and we can't take the Christ out of us. And it's Christmas. So it's a time for me of giving. It's a time of togetherness. It's a time for family. It's a time for reconnecting if you've disconnected. It's a time of forgiveness. It's a time to show love if that's something you can show. And it doesn't have to be soppy love. It can be whatever your love language is. Your love language might be to help somebody. Your love language might be to cook for somebody. Your love language might be to donate something to somebody. Whatever your love language is, doesn't always have to be words, but your actions can be your love language. So to me, that part of Christmas is what is special to me. A time for us all to be loving of one another, be loving on one another, no matter who we are, what we look like, our race, our creed, our colour, our humanity is what it means to me. It's about our humanity. It's about sharing love amongst one another. That's what Christmas means to me. And there's no place I'd rather be than with family. And family is not always somebody by blood. Family is by relations, the relations that you build. That can be your family. So just like you guys are my YouTube family, and I love you and I adore you. Thank you all for your support. That's one thing I do want to say. Thank you guys so much for your support from the day I opened this YouTube channel to where we are now. Thank you so much for for just accepting me for who I am, my madness, my craziness, my all of that. Tigs, the whole lot, the whole shebang. From us to you, from my family to yours, have a very, very Merry Christmas. Don't forget about, anybody else that you may know, haven't heard from somebody, haven't seen a neighbour, give them a knock, see if they're all right. But guys, I'm going to take a little time out from, as you know, I have Christmas off. I hope to see you guys in the new year. Would love if you would support the channel. And yeah, we're fighting to get to 10K. We're on the road to 10K. That's going to be my new ethos in January. Road to 10K. Hope you guys help me to get there. Have a wonderful holiday. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Don't forget to click and subscribe. Love you all. See you soon. Bye.